This is our original grid, but we do actually have a new grid. A little bit of a different look and feel to it. You can still do all the other things like changing the headers and the font colors and all that sort of thing. You can also do aggregations at column level. So there are, okay, it's a new look and feel basically. But if I save that and go back to my dashboard, I want to just show you a couple of new things with this. So obviously we still have the ability to, for example, do things like conditional formatting. So I could say, okay, if this equals, Facebook, if I can spell it properly, then I want it to be yellow, and maybe the font color, I want it to be black, for example. So I can still do things like conditional formatting. I can still go in and also literally format cells. So I could say that, okay, in this instance, it's a date, but I can actually format that date into whatever format that I wish. And I can do things like percentages and other things like that, and I can line the cells. One other benefit of this new grid is not only the look and feel of it, but also the fact that you can now download it to Excel format. So basically whatever you see here, if you swap the columns around, or if you made the columns wider, or if you did some conditional formatting on it, when you do a download, it would actually look exactly like it does on the screen here. That doesn't happen with our old, the existing grid. So if you want to be able to download exactly what you see, you might want to consider moving or just changing from the existing grid to the new type of grid. And then there's one other thing that this new grid allows us to do, and that is to embed some other chart options as a cell here. So I'm going to just do a very quick example of how you can do that. So I'm going to basically click on or drag in a couple of fields here. Clicks, I don't want that, I want a date. I'm going to group by week. So these are emails per customer by week, or week of date. And I'm also going to sort by week of date in ascending order. So basically for each customer, how many clicks for a particular week. I'm then going to add another step to this. Now basically what we're doing under the hood here is basic Cloud9 QL. So if you're very familiar with it, you could either do this at the query level, using Cloud9 QL syntax directly, or you can do it like I'm doing here and dragging and dropping on the grid. I want to add, like this could be the equivalent of one SQL statement, and then I want to add pretty much another one. So I take the results of my prior statement and I want to just do a couple of other things. So what I want to do is I want to basically have my customer, but I also now want to derive basically an array of clicks so that I can print out my little, or show my little line chart. So I'm going to basically do here maybe click history by week. And I'm going to use a new Cloud9 QL function. It's called array. So I'm going to use that new array function because in order to have this, these charts as a cell in this new grid, the data has to be in an array format. So what field do I want to make into an array? I want my clicks field to be made into an array. And here we go. And I also need a group by customer, otherwise I'm only going to get one. Okay, so each of my customers, you can now see the click history by week. So I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go back into my chart down here. So here we have it. And now what I want to do is I want to go into the settings. And if I scroll down here, you can see here we can add an internal sparkline chart. So I want to chart the history by week, and it's going to ask me what type of chart. Now we support several: pie chart, bar. I'm going to do a line, and I'm going to save that. And there we go. So as you can see, we now have our customers, but you also can now input and that could have been a pie chart, could have been a bar chart, it just had to be a line chart. So the new grid has a variety of new features that you might want to take a look at.
For more information on how to get the best out of Knowi, please visit knowi.com/university. Thanks for watching and see you next time.